things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Commodores will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Missouri Tigers offense will go to work first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons.
Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. He'll try the left side. Nice move there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Tigers once backed up in the shadow of the... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will get the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack.
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room, it's Alexander. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Pavia. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his man. It's Hardy. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw
breaks away in the middle. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Missouri! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. The Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Pavia. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Pavia. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. To the ground with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Dropping back, it's Pavia. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Pressure coming. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Pavia. Caught over the middle, it's Sherrill. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Commodores have moved it inside the 20. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hardy.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Missouri will kick it off to open this 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job.
Turning it on! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Commodores are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Vandy. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
I'll tell you what. Out of your own end zone. You know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position.
Touchdown Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. The inside handoff. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Grab near the marker. It's Manning. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Handoff to the single running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Barges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Missouri, 24, Vanderbilt, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Got a man. It's Alexander. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. To give to the big fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for space. It's Alexander. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Grab behind the line. It's Alexander. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Commodores send out the punt unit. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking downfield, it's Pavia. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Alexander. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They go to the ground.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoskins. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Commodores line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Pavia. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. There he goes. The 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
On the run, fires downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll toss it. Nice move there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try the run. Into the end zone he